Hi guys, welcome to Hoops Junction. Vladimir here. Today we're talking about who's more vital to the Golden State Warriors out of the three: Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, or Klay Thompson. Now, at the end of the day, this is like a loaded question. This is a stupid question, but we're going to answer it. Look, they're all vital, okay? They're all vital. They all hold their weight. But out of the three, you get two of them that does something that one of them doesn't do. They all can score. We know that. And they all can make spectacular plays. But only two of them can be somewhat great defensively, which is Klay Thompson and Durant. Curry has that disadvantage. But in terms of who's more vital, one guy is not more vital than the other because they all make that system work. That's why they're like 18-3. Because you can't plug one hole without leaving another larger one open. And I guarantee you this, the moment you think one guy's not going to kill you, that's when he does. The simple fact that they're asking this question is because like recently, Klay Thompson scored 60 points. And everybody's like, wow, like Klay's going off, Durant's going off. We don't see Curry going off. And I think this is fair game because like a lot of people are like upset with Curry because of the finals that he had. Like they don't want to account for the fact that he was injured throughout the playoffs. You know, a big part of the reason why they went down 3-1 OKC is because he was still recovering from all that when he got hurt with his knee in Houston. And Houston seems to be like an unlucky place for him because 2 years prior he hit his head in Houston and he had to miss a game there as well. But everybody's like on Curry's case. They're like, well, we got Durant and we got Klay. We probably don't need you. And then it gets flipped around. When Klay has a bad game, they're like, well, we got Curry and we got Durant. So let's get rid of Klay because we could get a big guy and Curry and Durant could do the scoring load. At the end of the day, all of these points are valid. You could get rid of Curry, a two-time MVP. And you could get a big, and you could probably get a better bench. The Curry, you could trade him. You could get like three good players, solid players. Klay Thompson, you could get two solid players. But here's the thing: and you're not going to trade Durant because Durant is one of the rarities where he could score 30 in his sleep. Like he doesn't, and he's efficient. Like he doesn't try to get 30. He just gets 30. Like that's it. But at the end of the day, none of that matters because the primary reason why they brought this big machine together is for it to do just that, be a machine. If you have Curry, Thompson, Durant, and then you got Draymond Green and Andre Iguodala, I mean, yes, it's chops, but just think about it. Like, who would ever want to break that up? Like, if you could keep that together for 2 to 3 years, why would you ever want to break that up? Why ever in life, period. You have three guys, Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant. They're all in their prime. You have 3 out of 4, out of the 5 years, you have 3 out of the 5 years of the MVPs in Durant and Curry. And then you got Klay Thompson, who's a great two-way player. He's like a Kawhi Leonard with a better jump shot. Why would you ever want to even talk about this person? Who's more vital? They're all vital. Draymond Green's vital. Everybody's vital. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people will think, well, this guy's a bigger star than this guy. That guy's a bigger star than that guy. Why don't you ask LeBron James something? LeBron James was influential in the NBA Finals. He came back from a 3-1 deficit. But let's call a spade a spade. If Kyrie Irving isn't there to continuously score 30 every single game, and hit that game-winning shot or the go-ahead basket. Are we talking about LeBron James coming back from 3-1? No, because Kyrie was just as vital as LeBron was. Everybody's vital on the team. So that question is like, it's a silly question. If you want to get rid of one, you can always get rid of one, but why would you do that? Why would you do that when you recruited Durant to come to the city in the first place? See, a lot of people don't understand this. This is their plan all along. Their plan was to either, if they didn't win last year, their plan was that we're going to get our team even better. And guess what? We're going to keep going to the finals and hopefully, or we're going to stack the deck where we don't lose. And that's the point of it all. Like, the point is not to trade players. It's not to get rid of this guy. I'm guaranteed, like, the main talk is, well, Stephen Curry hasn't got paid yet. He's getting paid less than everybody. Yes, because everybody signed before he did. Klay signed 2 years ago. Draymond Green signed 2 years. Everybody signed already. That's why they're getting paid more money than he is. They're signing under the old CBA because they wanted to get their money. There's a new CBA coming up, and guess what? Curry's going to get his money, or he's going to sign for 28 or 25 for 1 year, 20. They're not going to mess this up. Like, a lot of people just don't understand. Like, the Golden State Warriors, like, they're very arrogant. Especially they're managing their front desk. They're like, oh, like we're light years ahead of it. We drafted this way. We knew these guys were going to be stars. I'm gonna tell you where they're light years ahead of everybody though. They're not dumb when making moves. Like, I always thought like bringing in Durant would be like weird, but it's a brilliant move. Like, who wouldn't do that? Like, if Cleveland had the opportunity to bring in Durant, you guarantee it, they're going to bring in Durant. They're going to move somebody to get Durant. So you have Durant, LeBron, and Kyrie Irving. Like, I mean, why wouldn't you ever do that? And why would you break that up? See, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, everybody sounds so foolish trying to figure out a way to break up the Warriors. So it's just like everybody wants them to get broken up except for them. And I guarantee you, the only way that they're breaking up is on their terms. Because they're gonna try to get to multiple finals. They're gonna try to win multiple finals, and until that goal is accomplished, I don't see anybody getting broken up anywhere. So who's more vital? They're all vital. You know what I'm saying? That's a silly question. You know what I'm saying? Klay, he could score, he could defend, but the minute Klay has a bad playoff series, they're like, we don't know what was going on with him. They'll be like, we could trade Curry, but then when Curry goes off and he's unguardable, he's heaving shots from 30, 40 feet and making them, you're like, oh, well, we can't get rid of Curry. And with Durant, the easy money sniper, when he's banging you out, he's scoring, when he's scoring, getting to the rack, dunking, blocking shots, you can't get rid of them. The thing is, they're taking it easy. They're figuring out the system. Once the system is completely figured out and configured, once Megatron forms, whatever, Optimus Prime rolls out, all this trade talk and who's more vital, that's going to be null and void because everybody's going to be influential and vital. And I guarantee that. Think about when the Warriors won 2 years ago. Stephen Curry was the MVP, but Andre Iguodala came off the bench and he turned that whole series around. And he was the finals MVP. So what are you going to tell me? Andre Iguodala wasn't just as valuable as Curry? Yes, he was just as valuable. And the same thing with Thompson. Klay Thompson, he had a horrible finals when they won, but he hit some key threes. You guys remember that cross-court pass Curry threw to Klay Thompson, and Klay drains it, and that's the go-ahead bucket. So all this talk about who's more vital, let's stop talking about that. Let's talk about where's the titles. Let's talk about that. Who's going to get more titles? Let's talk about that. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Peace.